if they called me and offered me $1 million at this point in my life, I would say no. Russo'sBrand.com, where the pros are the pros. Prior to me becoming the head writer at WWE, we had what was the video character? Who were you? Shinobi?
Oh, Avatar.
We had
Shinobi as well, but
okay. We had Shinobi. We had Avatar.
I should have been called I Don't Have a Car because I was booked so infrequently.
Yeah. We had Leaf Cassidy. This is when Al. Yeah, this is when Al put his career in the hands of others. Okay. So we had all those all those incarnations of the great Al Snow.
We did.
Nothing works out. All of a sudden, Al's gone.
I tried to quit. They wouldn't let me.
One day, a man by the name of Vince Russo is watching EC Dub, they call it, Jeff. EC Dub.
Yeah.
And I see this scene of Al Snow running around with a head and people chucking 80,000 chairs in the ring. I just happened to be scheduled for Vince's house the next day. I go to Vince's house. I know Vince never, I bet you to this day, Vince never watched an ECW show. To this day.
No.
Okay.
Vince never saw any wrestler unless they were in his ring.
Yeah. Thank you, Al, for confirming that. So I'm like, Vince, I was watching EC Dub last night. And, bro, you got to see what Al Snow is doing over there. Jeff, he looked at me squinting his eyes like this. Al Snow, that name rings a bell. I said, Vince, Shinobi, Avatar, Al Snow. I said, Vince, you got to see what he's doing. Bro, he squinted. He always did this with the glasses. Al, can you confirm that?
Oh, yeah, he'd always.
Yeah. So he does
look through the top of his eyes.
Yeah, he does this, Jeff. Vince, are we talking about the same Al Snow? I said, Vince, Al Snow. There's only one Al Snow. Vince, he's doing this freaking head gimmick. Vince, we got to get him back here, Vince. Trust me. Call Heyman. We got to get Al Snow back here. And he goes, you sure there aren't two Al Snows? Vince, no, Al Snow. Okay, Jeff. Al Snow now under my pencil comes back and it's money. And he makes $1 million.
Kennel from hell.
We do great things together. Great things. Then Jeff, some people may say, Al Snow down on his luck, needs a break. After his illustrious career is winding down, and a man by the name of Vince Russo once again with this podcasting network
swoops back in.
Al, the people need to hear you.
Yeah,
they need to hear you, Al. You gotta come on my podcast, Al. Very lucrative deal for Al to come on board.
Oh, yeah.
And how many years we've been doing this now?
I don't know.
Jeff, I'm talking to Jeff now, Al.
I think about 3. 3, a little over 3. I'm going to look it up. Continue.
Jeff, here I am sitting here in Colorado minding my own business. There's an old Beatles tune Al may be familiar with because I'm about to hit that landmark in about, 15 days now?
Okay, I have the first date.
Okay, what is it?
November 2021. So a little over 3 years and 2 months.
3 years, 2 months. I'm about to hit this historic date. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Oh, yeah.
Well, with my good friend, apparently not, Jeff. Apparently not, because I see Dude Love coming through OVW, his good friend Dude Love. JBL, his good, all Al's good friends coming through OVW.
Yep.
Jeff, do I ever get the call?
I didn't know you wanted to come.
Jeff.
You know why they did? Because they called me up and they said they wanted to come in. I went, great. I didn't presume. I'm not so presumptuous, unlike other people.
Jeff.
That I just assume my friends would like to come work in OVW.
Jeff, do I ever get a crumb? And let's not forget, Jeff, with the wrestlers on Netflix.
We're working on season 2. You two are a lock.
No. Jeff, who put that show over more than anybody? Jeff, you were on the show when we were bringing on people every freaking week. Was JBL doing a wrestler's show? No. Was Mick Foley doing a wrestler's show? No. Only good old let me take advantage of Vince Russo.
No.
What you know what I'm going to call him? And I used to call him this, but I stopped. One way out. One way out.
Yeah.
Well, you probably heard the amount that you won't leave your house for.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah, I can't.
Now, I am so I am so fed up with people in the business that we worked with that are my age that I consider friends. They just can't fathom that at my age, all my hopes and dreams and ambitions aren't surrounded around by going back to the WWE. They like can't fathom. No way, no how. At this point in my life, would I ever want to go back to that? You know what, Al? You know,
I mean, you know why? I mean, it's the mindset because the wrestling business can easily become all-consuming. Even for guys that have been in it for 10, 20 years, it becomes so addictive that they all keep in mind, all of them hope just for that one more run. You know, they can get back to WWE one more time. And as crazy as it may seem, as dysfunctional as WWE is, once you've been a part of it, and then you're kind of, you're not like, you know, it's not like a normal business. It's not like, hey, you get fired from Walmart, who cares? You get released from WWE, you kind of feel like you've been pushed out of, you know, a home or a family to a degree. So a lot of them want to go back and feel like they're still a part of something. But there's always, again, there's still that belief, that idea in the back of their heads. They're like, you know, I could get back in the ring. I could look at Flair. He did it. I can get back in there.
Yeah, it's dry. I got in an argument with freaking Disco yesterday, Al, because I said, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Al, you're around my age. Al, me and Jeff, Al, I left TNA 13 years ago.
Yeah,
I've been doing this now for over 10 years. I've been able to make a living for over 10 years. Never have to leave my house. Don't have to deal with politics. Don't have to deal with freaking entitled punks. It's a beautiful freaking thing. I wouldn't trade this in for the world. Sure. So I said, I made the comment, I would not go back to the WWE. Not that they will never, ever ask me back. I know that. But I said, I would never go. Well, I said I would never, if they called me and offered me $1 million at this point in my life, I would say no. And that's a shoot.
You know.
Yeah. Well, Al, you know what I said? Al, I'm going
to work for Carlos Colon in Puerto Rico.
But Al, you'll appreciate this. You will appreciate that. Al, I'm going to be 64.
Right.
Al, what do I need $1 million for a year at this point in my life so I could drop dead and leave it to my kids? I'm not going to go out and buy a mansion and a yacht. And I don't need $1 million at this point in my life.
Money's not for that. Money is only for two things. Money only serves as a example of or a direct proof of how much someone values, respects, and appreciates what you do. That's it. And then the second thing is it just gives you freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom to live your life on your terms. So
I always say that all the time.
You work for 1 year, you got $1 million at 64, you'd be fine.
And I'd be dead in that year of a heart attack in a hotel room. Al,
Probably. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
with all the whores and everything. So
yeah, I always say, Al, the one thing money will never bring you happiness. I don't care what anybody says. I experienced it. I don't care what anybody says. But what money will do for you is money will give you choices.
yeah, it'll give
You can make choices if you have some money. That's yeah. Okay.
For the average person now.
Yeah.
Money now for other people, money means it's an avenue to power and influence.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That's true.
And that again, the two best ways to find out who a person really is one, through alcohol, because it's not like, oh well, he's an asshole when he's drunk. No, he's an asshole all the time. Alcohol is not a magic mixture that, you know, you pop it and here comes the asshole genie out of the bottle.
Right.
It's in there anyways.
Yeah.
You know, it just, alcohol shows who the real person is.
Yeah.
And money shows who the real person is.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know, money and success. If you're a good guy when you have money and success, well, you apparently are a good guy. If you are a dick when you have money and success, it's because apparently you are a dick.